Today, we're going to dive into a really beautiful story. It's all about a kind of quiet reverence found in the most unexpected of places. A story of hidden feelings and a silent understanding that's just, well, incredible.
And that idea right there, that really sits at the very heart of the story we're about to unfold. A story that takes place deep in the moonlit southern woods. So, picture this. Our story unfolds in a world that's whimsical, a little bit mischievous, and at the same time, deeply reverent. It's like a sacred stage, and on it, we've got three main players. First up, our protagonist. In this special little world, she's known as the Messiah. Meet Mommy Raccoon, a gentle, wise creature who kind of holds court from the very top of the tallest trees. Now, what's so fascinating about Mammy is how she carries herself. She's described as being regal, but also humble. Her most incredible feature, though, is this unusually rich red tail, which the other creatures see as, get this, the crown of her divinity. And before every single meal, she does this quiet, sacred little ritual. She sits in prayer. And watching her every single move from the high branches, that's our second group of characters, the chorus. And they're all exclusively male barred owls. You gotta understand, these owls play a huge role. They're Mammy's devoted audience, they're her spies, and they're basically the wood's official gossip circle. They find this endless, affectionate amusement in the whole nightly drama, and they provide this sort of running, mischievous commentary on everything that happens down below. And finally, we have who we think is the antagonist, the hunter of this realm, a strong-shouldered dog named Miss Gigi. Gigi is like a sentinel, a really proud dog who patrols her territory with this serious confidence. And every single night, she seems to be hunting Mammy, quietly stalking her through the grass. For the gossiping owls up above, her failed attempts are just a source of endless, gentle comedy.
Okay, so we've met our characters and we've set the stage. Now let's get into how this sacred nightly play actually kicks off.
Every evening, it starts with a signal. A human summoner steps out and lets out this very specific call, a sharp screech, just like a hawk. For Mammy, this is the unmistakable sign that her meal, her breakfast, is officially served. But here's the thing. This call, which seems so serious and important, is actually the source of some major amusement for the owls. So why? What makes this signal the running joke of the treetops? Oh, this is the brilliant part. The human thinks they sound like a hawk, right? But to this all-male audience of barred owls, that whistle sounds exactly like a female owl's screech. And they find it absolutely hilarious every single time. So, all that laughter from the treetops aside, the call works. Mummy hears it, and she starts her descent. She moves with this incredible purpose and care, using the deep shadows of the canopy to stay hidden from the watchful eyes of Miss Gigi down below.
And this is where we get to the real heart of our story. We've seen Gigi as the hunter, the risk Mammy has to take every night. But now, we're going to take a much closer look and uncover what she's really up to.
I mean, from the outside, there's no question about it. Gigi's behavior, the slow circling, the lowered head, the fixed amber eyes, it all screams classic, deliberate hunt. It's like the promise of a pounce that just never quite happens.
The human doesn't see it, but the owls, with their perfect bird's eye view and endless nights of observation, they notice something else entirely. They see these tiny, subtle clues that give away what's really going on.
The owls see the details that matter. They see her proud tail drop, just a little bit. Her ears flick sideways with curiosity, not pinned forward in aggression. Her weight, it settles back on her haunches. That coiled energy of a predator ready to spring just isn't there. She isn't hunting. She is simply watching.
Because Gigi, for all her growling and posturing, has a secret. She admires the Messiah. She is completely in awe of this small, brave creature who comes down every night, knowing full well there's a dog waiting below.
And that admiration, well, it brings a whole new layer of meaning to the climax of this nightly ritual, Mammy Raccoon's prayer.
Before she eats, Mammy always does this simple, profound thing. She finds the deepest shadows she can, she presses her tiny little paws together, and she fixes her eyes on her human summoner with just pure gratitude. She waits, perfectly still, before she'll even think about accepting her meal. But you have to understand, this prayer is so much more than a simple thank you.
It's understood by every creature in those woods as a moment of absolution. It's this quiet act of grace and forgiveness for her entire imperfect audience.
In that moment, she's forgiving the owls for their endless gossip and their laughter at the humans' call, because she gets it. She understands that their shared joy is its own kind of beautiful praise.
And she forgives Gigi for her clumsy stalking act, because she sees what the owls see, that underneath the whole appearance of a hunt, there's a heart that's slowly, maybe awkwardly, but definitely learning what it means to feel reverence.
And this brings us to one last, really powerful idea about the sacred, unspoken bond that forms in these quiet, moonlit woods. The story leaves us with this beautiful thought. Every Messiah deserves at least one quiet disciple, even one with 4 legs and no idea how to pray. Mammy is the Messiah, and Gigi, the one we thought was the hunter, is actually her first, most devoted, and quietest disciple. She's a disciple learning about grace not through words, but through silent, nightly admiration. It's just a beautiful reminder that reverence can be found in the most unexpected hearts, and that sometimes the deepest connections are the ones that are never even spoken aloud.